And we are live. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family from all across the world. We're just so pleased and excited to be able to bring to you today a gentleman that has changed the game, a gentleman that is operating in a totally different atmosphere as far as economics is concerned. Now, he just released his new book, Economic Evangelism, to incredible results. He's already a #1 bestseller. He's been able to touch lives and transform people's economic situations around the world. Now, sir started off as just an innocent enough young person that was going through struggle just like everybody goes through. But he had a work ethic. He had a desire to go higher, and he inspired to go higher. So he, after working 14 to 15 hours for someone else a day, he decided that was like two jobs, and two jobs for two people. But he said if he could work that hard for somebody else, he would work twice as hard for himself. So he took a small amount of money, bought some t-shirts, and the rest is history. 25 years later, he's off of the street corner selling t-shirts on the street corner, and has a 10,000 square foot building in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're just excited to bring this young man on the bestseller broadcast, and we want him to share his upcoming book. He's releasing a series of books. He's already released the first one, which is branding. He's going to talk a little bit about that branding, but more importantly, he's going to talk today about marketing. He is Sir Markadoo Higgins, and he knows as much or more about marketing than anybody, because he's taken that concept of grassroots, guerrilla-style marketing, and changed his whole life, his environment, everything that he's dealing with, by simply employing some simple systems that he's put in place, and he's unleashing this or unraveling this in this series of books that he's got coming out. The second of which is about marketing. Now, this is a copy of that book, Marketing, one of the 8 essential elements of economic evangelism. So I want to just bring Sir on and just have him talk to you about his understanding of the marketing principle.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Brother Mac. Well, I'll be remiss if I don't mention the branding. And one of the things that people, it's hard for them to really understand is what is the #1 thing that you're going to need to move your product or your service around the globe? Well, the answer is you need a brand, because brands are the one thing that drives the senses in people when they're going out to buy something. Being a person where you're a consumer, your mind works a little different. So we're brand oriented, and it struck me when I was a little boy to be able to be in a position to watch my mother buy something that was being on TV, a brand. I'm saying, why did that just happen? And I studied that for the rest of my life. And I realized that by asking a simple Simon question, here goes the question: what is the #1 brand in the world? The answer is yourself. There would be no Microsoft without Bill Gates. There would be no McDonald's without Ray Kroc. There would be no Walmart without Sam Walton. Those were they were Walmarts and Microsoft before they even relaunched the company, because they are the company. They are the brand. They were the ones that they introduced themselves to the world, but introduced their product at the same time. So that parlays me right into branding, and why it's important. Branding go from branding to marketing, because now we have the brand, but how do we move that brand? So what's the #1 thing that you're going to need to move your brand around the globe? And the answer is marketing. Marketing makes millions. Marketing makes billions and trillions of dollars. Even when they spend all this money on just the mere fact that they're going to flood your mind and your cranium with their brands. And that's how it's done. And the difference, there's two things you have to consider. You have to consider branding and you have to consider advertising. So what's the difference? The difference is when you're dealing with advertising, advertising is something that you have to spend money on every month. If you get a billboard, you have to pay for that. That's advertising. You have to pay for that every month. If you're going to put a commercial on TV, well, that's advertising. You do that. You have to do that monthly. You pay for that. But marketing, what's the number one tool that we have that doesn't cost us anything? The answer is word of mouth. The words that come out of your mouth. You can market and it's going to cost you a dime to talk about your brands in that capacity. A lot of people don't know that. And that's one of word of mouth. Two things can happen with word of mouth.
Hold up. You said that word of mouth is a marketing tool and a marketing technique that doesn't cost anything, and
free.
People are missing. It's free. That's powerful. I want people to really. I didn't want to stop you because I like the flow that you're in. But you're talking about marketing is a game changer, and one of the aspects of marketing is word of mouth. So that word of mouth marketing, WOM. Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead on because I see it from a different perspective. I see a woman is a word of mouth advertising now.
But that's the number one gift that you have to put through to the brands. Because I'm introducing my brand. Say hi. I'm with ChronicKiller.com. I'm with Heavenly Body Products. They go to marketing. The thing that I need you to understand is once you buy business cards, because people say that's advertising, contraire. It's not advertising, it's marketing. It's something that you have to buy once and you get a chance to redistribute. It'll cost you, if you held on to those business cards for a year, 1,000 business cards, you don't have to pay for those business cards every month. So what is business cards? What is digital advertising? What is embroidery? Well, it's very simple. You're investing. You're investing into your marketing tools. That's exactly what it is. It costs you a one-shot deal. When I bought this electronic name tag, it cost me one time, but I get to make millions of dollars off this one item that I invested in. This. So make no mistake about it. Your brand is awesome, but your marketing at any age, that's the beautiful part about it. We have convinced ourselves that all this marketing dollars and all this marketing stuff is for the big boys. And that's absolutely false. There are so many different ways. I remember when I was younger in the game, I used to work for a company called A.L. Williams.
Okay, I remember that.
And when I first got into it, what I did is I took a piece of paper and I had it typed out. Back in the day, we had to type it out.
With no keyboard now.
So what I did is I put in there, I said, managers wanted. And I said, earn an extra $400 to $800 a month, working approximately 4 to 8 hours a week. And you could earn an extra $400 to $800.
Okay, I'm in on I said, I'm in on that.
Right, but see, this is the deal. It was not a professional business card. It was not a professional flyer. It was typed in there, and what I did is I put like 8 to 10 of them on a sheet. And I had some lines, and what I did is I made copies, and I cut them. And little do you know, those were my first business cards. And so you see the cost of it was very low.
Mm-hmm.
And it yielded me very high, a marketing tool, and it gave me a start. It was so ironic that I did not let the look of the marketing tool to change my way of thinking. I knew I had to, most of the people that I was dealing with first was a hot market. So I knew that little paper flyer that I had, business card, that I was going to pass those to the people that I knew. Because I just got started. I didn't have any money. So I just used what I had. And before you knew it, I became #1 in sales. I became #1 in recruiting. And those little papers helped me become #1 in recruiting. And the marketing, again, folks, marketing makes millions and millions of dollars if you allow it. Marketing works for you even when you're not around. Now, I would go out, if I would buy 5,000 flyers. I will go out to the market and put 5,000 flyers into the market. But I found out that I had immediate cash flow coming in from that advertising, but I also had what we call a drip campaign. It was just every periodically, it might be months later, but somebody else picked up that card that was sitting in that store. Now, when it comes to that, you want what we call cluster marketing. Cluster marketing is when you take your flyers and your business cards and you hit a radius from where you live or where your shop is or where you hustle at, and you go out at least 1 mile and you flood every business that you can. I didn't say residential because I go after the business owners, and one thing that business owners have besides money, they have employees. So once I put those flyers in there into that store with all those, I end up, some of the employees end up picking up the card, the marketing, and now I have so many sales reps that work for other companies. That was the main thrust of me going into business, because the business owner may want what I have. Now the staff that he has are now interested in coming into the business with me.
Okay, so now that's very
grassroots marketing.
Grassroots marketing. That's pretty powerful, because what you're saying is marketing is getting you in front of people. It's giving you an opportunity to share your product or your service or your skill with other people. And then without marketing and not being able to get in front of people, you just have a product that you can't expose. You don't even have an opportunity to share it or to offer it without marketing putting you in front of people. So whether it's the employees at the other companies or what have you, that marketing is the avenue that puts you in front of the people to talk, so you can make a sale. Look,
well, it separates you. It separates you from the rest of the crowd. There's people. Everybody knows they need marketing, but not everybody understands marketing. And I've seen a lot of businesses go out of business early in the game. Early, I mean, because they don't understand grassroots marketing. You have to start from the inside out. Okay. That's like me traveling 25 miles just to go make money over in another county. That doesn't make any sense. Everything, the people that you grew up around, the people that you live around, they have to know. The only way that they know outside word of mouth is through your contact, through Facebook, social media. Is always constantly, watch this. Marketing is a mindset.
Yes.
Most people's mindset won't allow them to make any more money. They're only going to make X amount of money, and that's it, without marketing.
Okay. So now with marketing, and you were sharing some of the grassroots methods, flyers, going into certain arenas and doing certain things. Now in today's market, that was when you were with A.L. Williams. It was, it's become Primerica since then. A lot has changed in the last, say, 10 years on the marketing arena, from the internet being proliferating to being a massive part of everybody's lives, to social media changing and turning people's lives around. So, and I know that you do a lot of online marketing now. You do a lot of social media exposure, and that's marketing. A lot of people think, oh, he's just all over social media, but it's a plan, it's a focus, it's a system, because you're going somewhere with it, and you have a methodology in place. So, talk about marketing from today's marketplace with the internet and with the.
I knew we was going to get there. I knew we was going to get there. There's still, what I try to tell people is, there's still the old, I call it old school and new school. What is the old school? Old school TV, right? Radio, newspapers, magazines, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the new school is what? Social media, right? Electronic media, right? Vehicle wraps. That's still new. Vehicle wraps, magnetics for your vehicle. You know how many people with today's technology and everything, people don't even, they're in business, they don't even have a magnetic on the side of their vehicle. The simple, now we talk about pens. We got pens. Pens are a great source of marketing. It's an awesome source of marketing. Why? Because this pen is going to touch so many people's hands. But if once I give this pen, and 90% of all my pens that I give away, I give them to what do you call when you go to eateries, when they got this
restaurants,
right? With the people that take orders.
Oh,
right?
Okay, yeah, the hostess.
So
yes.
I walk into a restaurant, I make sure the host has a pen. I walk in, I make sure the person that takes me the seat, they get a pen. The person that's serving me get a pen. I get up, my wife will tell you, I get up every time like I'm going to the bathroom, and I got a wad of pens, and I'm going and pass a pen out to every one of those.
You're shameless.
And I touch everybody in the building, and then I make sure they have a business card or a flyer to go with it. But I've used everything from billboards, but the technology now for just online to be able to touch each other, we're pinging off each other, that is unprecedented. Now, a lot of, back in the old days, you would have said, man, if we had this when we was coming up, social media, but the deal is we have it now. Social media, right. And a lot of people that were the same people that said, if I had this 50 years ago, you're still the same person, so turn it on now. If you're still in business, right? You find people, the young folks, people that's in your life, children, nieces, nephews, the next door neighbor, people that you care about, that love you. Technology, you need to set that up. YouTubes, Facebooks, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of them need to be touched. Because the more you touch people, the more they're going to touch your bank account.
Touching my bank account, that's what I'm all excited about. Hey, listen, now, if I'm reading you right, and I think I am, when you talk about marketing, you're talking about exposure, ways to be able to expose your business to as many people as possible, because that exposure is what allows them to see what you do and to take advantage of what you do. You know, if you have the best hot dog in Atlanta, and there's no exposure, nobody knows about it. It's the best kept secret in Atlanta. Nobody knows that you got this great hot dog, and then all of a sudden, word gets out. The exposure goes around, and pretty soon everybody's lined up to get your hot dog. What happened? Marketing happened.
Yes.
Just like what you're saying right there is pretty crucial. You're saying you go someplace, and without shame, without fear, you look at you don't really have a personal life per se, because your personal life is your business. Everything is about business, and you're building business, and so you share your business with everyone you come into contact with. Instead of sitting back there trying to keep it a secret, or trying to hide it, you want everybody to know. What if you don't share with everybody? What's the result there if you don't expose this to people?
Well, you're gonna look at, first of all, there's a word called failure.
Oh,
Your failure going into it. There's another thing is like a slow roll. Your profits, you be wondering why I can't get over the hump. And everything revolves around sales.
okay.
Sales and distribution. So if you don't have contact information, somewhere where people can get in touch with you, like you said, exposure is the key. And that's why if I had people, I said, let me see your flyer or your business card. They don't have it. Are you on Facebook? I did that with somebody this morning about the Facebook. And I said, how many videos have you shot over the last 30 days? Nothing. And I'm like, how do you expect to be successful? And especially if you have children or young people, you're in charge of other young children, youth, and young adults. There's another way of exposing. You're exposing them to the wrong way of doing business.
Mm.
The minimum that you should have is social media and a business card. Without a business card, this is contact. Business cards. I keep these in my pocket, and I have a rule that once I leave out the door, out my business or my home, my job is to touch 25 to 50 people a day with these cards. That is a great rule that you should have when you're talking about marketing. You need the minimum is 25. There's no maximum, but 50 really should be the number that you pass out 50 flyers or 50 business cards every day. As you're moving along, your income is going to go nuts. I done passed out over 10,000 flyers for the event. And here we are, because who's going to do it? Without the marketing, it's hard for people to know. Word of mouth is great, but other people's words of mouth is better.
Wow. So as we're winding down, that gives you a clear understanding of the responsibility, the accountability, and the necessity of marketing as one of the 8 essential elements of economic evangelism. Now, in your book, Economic Evangelism, you reference these 8 essential elements. And one of the reasons that we're writing and dealing with these new, soon to be released books, we wanted to delve into everything, every aspect of what makes, what are those 8 essential elements. And we talked about branding initially. Now we just talked about marketing. We're going to talk about sales, distribution. And you just mentioned that those were 2 essential areas, that if you don't have sales and distribution, you can't move forward. You just might as well just close up shop. So your brand is established, your marketing is there, and it's taking the brand and put it all over the land. But even that is they're all building blocks that finish it up, that allow it all to come together. And we're going to talk very shortly in the next video. We're going to be in a subsequent video. We're going to talk about the book. But today we're talking about marketing. So I want you to just kind of wrap all that up and let's bring it to a close and let people know exactly how crucial marketing is to that whole scheme of things.
I'm glad you said that, because one of the first things on my mind when you said that, marketing really is your best friend. If you ever thought you needed a best friend, you said, I'm in business and my family is not supporting me. These people are not supporting me. I need a friend. Well, go get you some business cards and flyers, and you will find more friends. Marketing is your friend. And marketing makes millions. Marketing makes billions and trillions of dollars. Marketing will work for you when you're sleeping. It will change your life as you sleep. It's almost impossible. I hate that. I love the word impossible. It's impossible to fail when you do your marketing. You got the most perfect brand on the planet, yourself.
Okay, you and
it is. You have the most perfect. You will talk on your behalf. You would say things about you that nobody else would say. But then you need some friends.
Okay.
some friends. So you can recruit some of your friends to go into the market and help you win those accounts. The more marketing you do, the more money you make.
Say that again.
The more marketing you do, the more money you make. People, you really got to grasp that for, let it grab you by the throat. Because your marketing is your lifeline to money. It just is. You said, I need an extra $1,000 this week. How are you going to make an extra $1,000 if you're not out there marketing? You said, I need an extra $1,000. Well, guess what? Go out and pass out 50 flyers and 50 business cards a day. Make sure to touch those people because they're going to touch you back. That's what you got to understand. When you touch people with marketing, those people in return will touch you back with a reward called income. And so one thing I really take pride in is keeping people's money safe in my bank account. And that's the way you got to think. How do I transfer that wealth? Because that's all money is. Money, all money is just a transfer of wealth. You got $100,000 and you need my products and service, I get to share in your bank account because I did my marketing. I did my work. Without marketing, you will fail or you will cease to grow because that's where marketing touches your growth. And that's it.
Well, and before we go, I mean, it's very crucial because people get the two confused. Can you explain the difference between sales and marketing? I know that most people think that they're the same and they're a lot alike, but the subtle difference is
marketing drives sales.
Okay.
Marketing drives sales. It's just that simple. Marketing creates the sale. So if you want to be a great salesperson, you want to be a great marketer because that's where the money's at. It's true. Hey, listen, I do my Facebook live feeds, and every now and then somebody pop up and say, man, you're the man. You are so relentless. You never stop marketing. Marketing is everything. Look, when I walk out the house, I'm marketing.
Exactly.
When I get in my vehicle, I'm marketing.
You're marketing.
When I get out of my vehicle,
pass it out.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Well, your retirement depends on marketing. Your retirement, your nest egg. This is why I teach youth and young adults, 17, 18 to 40-year-olds, because they're the ones that need to understand how does branding and marketing really works, how it's going to affect generation to generation. We're going to put the squeeze on poverty. And the best way to put the squeeze on poverty is do branding and marketing and income development.
Yeah,
income development. Because, I'm like this. I have about 15 to 20 streams of income. And all these income streams came from marketing, because who would know all about 15 different streams if I didn't market towards them? Exactly. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Because with 15 streams, you think people will be confused, right? Not when you have some marketing. If I had a website and had all my streams of income on there, right, which it does, I sell shea butter, black soap, body oils, lotions, bubble bath, laundry detergent, fabric softener, bottles, caps. I have everything in this warehouse causes a string of income. So they're all multiple streams of income, and they're all in this building. That's what I love. Now I got another multiple string of income.
Oh, the book. The book. We're gonna talk about the book. We're gonna change your name from Sir Markadoo to Sir Marketing, because you're the marketing king. Oh, as we close out, talk about the book right quick. Talk about and tell them where they can get it.
Okay, this is great. You can right now. You can get this book. You go on sirmarkadoo.com, SIRMARKADOO.com, and so you can go on and get this book for only $2.99 before the pre-launch. The launch is October the 28th. Okay, after that launch, the book is going to be $20, $19.99.
Okay, now hold on. Now, for $2.99, they're getting the ebook. Okay.
Get an ebook for $2.99, right? They can just go online and bam, they get it. Or make sure you register, which is good. This book was developed because somebody said it to me. They say it to me all the time. Why economic evangelism? I said, because I help God's people prosper. I'm an evangelist. But economics, I teach God's people how to make money and to be able to take care of themselves and their family, especially their children. I teach 17 to 40-year-olds how to teach their 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old. It's guaranteed that this book is going to give you the knowledge and the wisdom to know how to deal with your own family. Not only that, but your own community. This is a community-driven manual. This book is not only just to motivate you. This book is to inspire you and give you the tools that the big boys and the big girls are using. This book is designed to change your life in real time. And then we're going to take more books right after it, and webinars to prove to you that the 5-year-olds that I get into this business, the 10-year-olds that I get into this business, these kids have to know through morals and ethics, through international branding and marketing, through manufacturing. It's all in there. Through sales and distribution, and then money management. These things are very powerful. The 8 elements is really there that I created in this book, the branding, the marketing, psychology, the simplicity, duplication, the mindset, sales and distribution, and of course, mass participation. You have to have mass participation. My market is global, and I created that through my marketing strategy. How am I able to sell people in all the islands? How am I able to sell, somebody call me from Africa and send the stuff to Africa? Well, my marketing tools reached over there to those other countries. So this is what this manual, now I know it's a book, but it's a manual. And this is a tool that you can use to advance your life. It's good news that you can use.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is always a distinct pleasure to speak with Sir Markadoo Higgins. He is an unusual individual, but see, this is the deal. In your ordinary life, you see an extraordinary person, and you don't know how they became extraordinary. Well, the only difference between a big shot and a little shot is a big shot is a little shot that just kept on shooting. And for the last 25 years, Sir Markadoo Higgins has been shooting. And he's shot to the point where now he came from the street corner to a 10,000 square foot warehouse. There may be something he can say to you. There may be some knowledge he can share with you. There may be something in that unique character that you can look at. And some of the principles that he's teaching and sharing with you in the book Economic Evangelism, I guarantee you need to get it. Go to sirmarkadoo.com, get yourself a copy. But more importantly, in these next few webinars and the ebooks that he's going to be presenting, breaking down the 8 essential elements of economic evangelism, I promise you, if you're trying to change where you are, if you're trying to grow and go to another level of success and significance, you need to hook into this bold new movement for economic improvement, for financial improvement, because what he's sharing with you are stuff that they don't teach you in school. You figure out how this is from the school of hard knocks. This is from the street corner school. This is from the everyday place that you don't get in books. But now we're putting it into the books. We're putting it into curriculums that will allow you to be able to change the trajectory of your life and begin to enjoy the success that you were designed for. He says that what did you say? That you were that economic evangelism is helping God's people prosper. So with that, we wanted you to just kind of close out and let people know how they can contact you.
Okay, my name is Sir Markadoo, of course, and you can visit the warehouse, the 10,000 square foot warehouse, and take a tour so you can see for yourself. Believing is seeing, right? And seeing is believing. Yes. So 2571 Park Center Boulevard in Decatur, Georgia, 30035. The phone number here to the warehouse is 404-578-3549. Or please, that's 404-286-6700. Sorry, 404-286-6700. Make sure, please go on heavenlybodyproducts.com and make sure you go on Facebook as well. Go on Facebook and put in Sir Markadoo Hagens. You can put in Heavenly Body Products, Body by Sir, all that stuff there. Sir Media Group, we are there, okay? And we're here to service you. Make sure you come by and visit us now. Give us a call. And don't forget, on October the 28th at Stonecrest Mall here in Lithonia, Georgia, we're having our book signing and release party, okay? And it's going to be at the lovely Hilton Garden Inn. And we're going to be there from 11 to 2 o'clock on October the 28th. And I thank you. Thank you, Brother Mac.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you. That's some incredible information. In the upcoming broadcast, we're going to talk to you about the affiliate program and how you can make money up to 25% off of marketing this book, of sharing this book with your friends and family on social media, that you can make different levels of income off of marketing this book, and that how you can get into selling these products that we're talking out of that warehouse and making a ton of money. We're talking about positioning you to be able to have the type of finances and economic lifestyle that he's talking about right here. So stay tuned for us. Keep listening, keep looking, because the marketing is going to keep going. And if you'll text Prosper Now, one word, Prosper Now, to 555-888, you can get a free copy of Brand Your Own Business, which is the first book in this series of the 8 Essential Elements. And also, if you go to sirmarkadoo.com, you'll be able to get the print book, the ebook, and register for this awesome launch party that's going to be taking place on October 28th. There in Decatur, Georgia, at the Hilton. He ain't playing with this thing. He ain't new to the game. He's true to the game. Have an awesome day.